Hello, welcome to the Patent Cliffs presentation for the Frameworks for Analyzing Healthcare Markets class by our team, including myself, Alexa Haney, and my amazing teammates, Anisha, Audrey, John, and Kyle. On our agenda, we have the following areas. I'll be giving you the market overview, followed by Audrey's description of the frameworks, John's take on stakeholders, and Kyle and Anisha bringing us an analysis of market change. We will conclude the presentation with the proposed changes we would make to improve our market and how it reflects upon humanity with unwavering and positive ethical outcomes. You might be wondering, how exactly does one define our market? Within the United States, the global leader of the pharmaceutical market by 30 to 40% is composed of manufacturing biomedical products, drugs, and herbs that are intended for internal and external consumption in forms such as tablets, capsules, ointments, powders, and solutions. It's an industry that develops and markets medicine to providers and patients to cure or manage diseases. And currently, it covers the cost of research and development by receiving increased profits through patent exclusivity.
As we get to the stakeholder analysis, we have decided to concentrate in two specific stakeholders, the pharmaceutical companies and the patients. The reason for that is that both play a very crucial role in the pharmaceutical industry. The companies invest in research and development, and they create the medication for the market. And obtaining the patents, it's something that immediately affects them. If patents were to be time reduced, that would affect the companies both in a positive and a negative way. Positively, because it would create extra competition. Negatively, because the amount of money that they would recover from revenue would be a lot less than expected. For patients that are vital for the industry, the patents affect directly their finances. It could result their expenses in the short term, but in the long term, it could create long or higher out-of-pocket expenses because of price hikes. Considering both of those groups is crucial to make sure that the pharmaceutical companies and the patients both collaborate in an effort to make affordable and accessible medication without haltering innovation and research.
To accurately analyze the frameworks described earlier in context of the current market state and responsible stakeholders, there needs to be an analysis of several different components of data. Public databases that provide information on the number of companies that have submitted or filed patents in the past decade could provide information on if or how patent activity has changed in a significant manner. This, combined with the quantified value of drug patent extensions, can also be used to identify patent evergreening and whether or not there are certain companies or subsets of the industry that hold monopolies. Information about the number of patents as they correspond to drug price could help us draw valuable correlations between high-selling drugs and over-patenting, and how this in turn affects competition. To further quantify competition, however, we need to be able to provide an analysis of the revenue loss and R&D output. Identifying what percent of revenue loss qualifies as significant patent cliff can be used to establish how a loss of sales affects pricing strategy and ultimately future innovation. Variables to further quantify innovation can include the quantity of drugs released annually, NDA applications, and company pipeline data. Through this, it's important to remember that profits achieved from this market exclusivity help recover both R&D costs from drug development and help fund future innovation. The balance between funding innovation and allowing for more competition should be carefully evaluated using this data.
After 2010, the big pharma landscape began shrinking after years of exclusive revenue streams due to patent protections over their products began to expire. This growing trend of losing market exclusivity has continued with over $200 billion of annual revenue currently at risk through the year 2030 to be potentially absorbed by competitors and biosimilars or copycat products. Another trend that is closely correlated with the looming patent cliffs are upticks in mergers and acquisitions between pharmaceutical manufacturers. A tactic often used by manufacturers facing patent expirations is to acquire competitors to offset the loss of annual revenue and minimize competitor products from entering the market. This also presents an additional trending opportunity to free up capital and invest in core focus areas where they see potential growth. Conversely, this provides the smaller acquired manufacturers access to deeper research and development and marketing resources. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the value of the top merger and acquisition deals plummeted by over 70% due to limited access to manufacturing facilities during periods of negotiations between organizations. However, over the last 2 years, those values are slowly returning to pre-pandemic ranges.
To target the issues with innovation and accountability that arise from patent cliff, we suggest decreasing patent exclusivity, increasing federal funding, and supporting more public and private partnerships. Decreasing the number of years a patent is on market could increase competition by decreasing barriers of entry and promoting innovation. An increase of federal government funding could promote further developmental research, though this would have to be carefully regulated to ensure an even distribution of resources and prevent shoring up of monopolies. There are concerns about the potential impact on the development of drugs for rare diseases, since short patent times could discourage companies from investing in these high-risk projects. However, this could be mitigated by implementing flexible patent durations instead. Public-private partnerships could also encourage innovation while addressing access issues. Preventing patent abuse requires transparent processes, public involvement, and international collaboration. We need to be mindful when making suggestions to improve innovation and accountability, as companies not only have a commitment to their employees, but also to the patients they're ultimately serving. Regulating drug patenting could help demonstrate accountability to that population. This mindfulness will help increase industry awareness of the humanity behind patenting decisions to hopefully decrease the negative impacts on both industry members and the patients that they serve.